We will now reconvene the August 27th, 2012 meeting of the Board of Education of Valley View. Member Campbell, please lead us in the pledge. Please stand.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now for a reading of the board mission statements. Member Hanson.
Our mission is to ensure that all students are prepared for college and a successful life, academically, socially, and emotionally, as well as equipped with the necessary tools to have options and make decisions about their long-term goals. This will be accomplished by believing and working towards all students learning through rigorous curricula and meaningful, effective instruction, consequently demonstrating mastery on high-quality assessments with all stakeholders being held accountable throughout the process.
Thank you. I am filling in for President Quigley, who is away in Tampa, Florida. Agenda items. Agenda approval and approval of agenda revisions. Mr. Superintendent.
Thank you, Mr. Gugis. I'd like to ask the board to approve the revisions of the agenda, removing information item 13.1, ISAT and PSAE review.
May I have a motion and a second to approve that?
Second.
Secretary, call the roll.
Member Hanson?
Yes?
Member Campbell?
Yes.
Member Curran?
Yes.
Secretary Bull?
Yes.
Vice President Gugis?
Yes. Consent agenda items.
Mr. President, I'd like to ask the board to approve consent agenda items 5.1 and 5.2, 5.1 board meeting minutes, August 13th, 2012, and 5.2 executive session meeting minutes, August 13th, 2012.
So moved. Second.
I have a motion and a second. Roll call vote, please.
Member Hanson?
Yes?
Member Campbell?
Yes.
Member Curran?
Yes.
Secretary Bull?
Yes.
Vice President Gugis?
Yes. Student and staff recognition. Superintendent Mitchum, can you please introduce the pillars of Valley View?
Yes, first from Romeoville High School, Mr. Derek Kender.
Good evening, Vice President Gugis, members of the board, Dr. Mitchum, senior leadership, members of the audience, and members of the community. Romeoville High School this evening would like to recognize Mr. Adam Hill as a pillar of Valley View. Adam is currently in his 8th year of teaching in the Valley View School District. He is a music teacher, freshman class sponsor, and one of 2 band directors at Romeoville High School. Adam is not only an excellent teacher who connects with his students and creates incredible opportunities for all, he is also a product of Valley View School District, graduating from Romeoville High School in 1998, and also was named Mr. RHS in 1998 as well. Adam is an award-winning graduate from Vandercook University in Chicago. It is not uncommon to find Adam getting to campus well before 7 a.m. and not leaving until well after 9 or 10 p.m. in the evening, especially during marching season. Adam also heads a Chicagoland area premier percussion group that runs in association with the Boy Scouts of America called Pioneer Percussion. This group practices at Romeoville High School and is made up of some of the Chicagoland's most premier musicians, which all operate under Adam's direct instruction. Even with logging all of these long hours with our students, Adam still finds time himself to perform. Adam is a lead member of the Chicago Bears drumline and the Chicago Bulls drumline, performing at Soldier Field and the United Center weekly during the Bears and Bulls seasons, respectively. Adam is without a doubt a pillar of RHS and Valley View. No matter how strong that pillar might be, it cannot stand alone and be successful. Adam is lucky enough to have the support of his wonderful wife, Brenna, who we are also lucky enough to have working with us at RHS. Brenna is an equally talented and engaging math teacher working with us at RHS. No matter what the challenge or amount of work that is needed, Adam always goes above and beyond to ensure that RHS is successful and presented in a professional manner. We present to you this evening Mr. Adam Hill, Pillar of Valley View.
Next, presenting for R.C. Hill Elementary School, Mrs. Allison Ewald.
Good evening, Dr. Mitchum, members of the school board, and senior leadership. It is my pleasure to introduce Joan Kittler, our school nurse. Joan is simply amazing. On a daily basis, Joan goes above and beyond for the students at R.C. Hill School. She is attentive to the students' medical needs in a caring and compassionate manner. Joan even takes care of the staff. Joan puts everyone's needs before her own and often gives up her lunch to help out other students. She is truly a giving person. Last school year, Joan planned and organized a community health fair. At the health fair, various vendors provided information regarding their services, which included a dentist, pediatrician, Will County Health Department, and many more. Joan is currently planning the community health fair again for this school year. Joan is dedicated to the students and staff of Valley View, making her an excellent recipient of the Pillar of Valley View Award. Thank you.
Next, from Bolingbrook High School, Principal Mr. Michael White.
Good evening, Vice President Gugis, Superintendent Mitchum, Board of Trustees, and senior leadership community. It is my pleasure to introduce Deborah Teller, who is our family consumer science teacher and our FCCLA advisor, who will be recognizing Lise Romer for her competition in culinary arts.
Good evening, Valley View School Board members and community. I am proud to be here to honor Leah Romer. She is a graduate from Bolingbrook High School. Leah is a perfect example of what FCCLA stands for with her dedication and leadership skills. Leah competed on Team Illinois at Nationals. She received a silver medal, 18th in the nation out of 48 teams, one from each of the 48 states. They completed a formal dinner of mushroom pork scallopini, rice pilaf, and golden apple and cheddar turnovers. Her journey started in the applied academic department at Bolingbrook High School. She was in the culinary program as a junior, joined FCCLA, and made the culinary team. She was devoted and persistent, practicing as much as possible. However, she did not compete her junior year due to illness. As a senior, she went through the competitive process again. With her determination, she made the BH culinary team. She went to regionals, then state, and then made Team Illinois. The team consisted of 2 other students from other high schools. They all trained together for 2 months at Kendall College in Chicago with Chef Michel Gauthier. Congratulations to Leah Romer.
Superintendent Mitchum, the ISBO scholarship presentation.
Yes, here for the IASBO scholarship presentation is Dr. Michael Jacoby.
Thank you very much. I'm the Executive Director of the Illinois Association of School Business Officials, and I'd like to have Gary Grizafi come down here and join us. With me also is the current president of the association, Mark Stalen. Mark is at Downers Grove High School as Assistant Super for Business there. And I'm here tonight to do 2 things. One, to thank you for allowing us to have some of what Gary's professional time has been over the last 7 years. Some of that has been with you, and we really appreciate the opportunity to get to know him and have him lead our association. And then secondly, I have a gift for you as a token of our appreciation, and that will go to some of your students here in Valley View. Gary finished his term as president of the association 2 years ago and served one more year on our board of directors as our immediate past president. The Association of School Business Officials is made up of around 2,200 members throughout the state of Illinois. And 7 years ago, as Gary was nominated to become a director of our board, he was chosen by his colleagues to help lead the association. He was the director for 3 years and then nominated again to work into the chairs of our officers, treasurer, president-elect, president, and past president. And to be chosen by your peers, to be at that level of leadership and professional leadership within his own association is something that is really of value, not only to Gary, but also to your school district, because it names you as one who has at your table one of the very, very best in Illinois. The Illinois ASBO Association Foundation believes it's important for us to come and to greet school boards and school districts where our members have served, and to also bring something that will go on as a legacy of their service of leadership with the association. So it's my pleasure this evening to present a check from the Illinois ASBO Foundation to Valley View School District 365 in the amount of $2,000, which will go into a scholarship program that Gary will help write in terms of criteria for high school students from both of your high schools. And it's with my greatest regard for Gary as a professional and a friend that I'm willing to present this check to him and thank him for his service at Illinois ASBO.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Good job, Gary. Liaison reports, any and all? Seeing none. Do we have any audience participation? Stakeholders or individuals or groups may present their views to the board at this time. Seeing none. Action reports. Superintendent Mitchell.
No reports tonight.
Action reports. Assistant Superintendent for Education, Venus Smith and Rachel Kinder.
No report at this time. No report as well.
Action reports. Assistant Superintendent for Administrative Services, the great Gary Grizafi.
Wow, I don't know if I could live up to that. Just one this evening, medical stop-loss insurance proposal. We are recommending changing our stop-loss carrier from Symetra, who was the incumbent provider, who provided us with a very aggressive quote of no increase for the coming school year, to Blue Cross Blue Shield, who actually gave us a more competitive rate quote, saving us just under 6% or $38,000 for our stop-loss for a 16-month period. We will be keeping our specific stop-loss at the $250,000 limit. And for those that may be curious as to what specific stop-loss is, anytime we have a medical claim that reaches a threshold of $250,000, any costs that are incurred beyond that, the stop-loss insurance carrier would pay that excess up to $1.5 million. And in the past, it was a $1.5 million limit. The renewal with Blue Cross actually is giving us an unlimited ceiling, if you will. And so again, we feel it's a much better option for us at this time, and that is the recommendation to place our stop-loss renewal with Blue Cross Blue Shield.
May I have a motion and second to approve the item?
Moved. Second.
Motion by Member Curran, second by Member Bull. Any discussion? Will the secretary please call the roll?
Member Hanson,
Yes?
Member Campbell,
Yes.
Member Curran,
Yes.
Secretary Bull,
Yes.
Vice President Gugis.
Yes. Action report 12.1, Executive Director for Human Resources, Mrs. Hawks.
Thank you. Tonight, Action Report 12.1, we're seeking your approval for the Consolidated Action Report for Certified and Classified Personnel. We have 38 items for certified personnel, 29 for classified, 3 for classified administrative personnel, and 1 for certified administrative personnel.
May I have a motion and a second to approve item 12.1, the Consolidated Action Report?
So moved.
Second?
Motion by Member Curran, second by Member Hanson. Is there any discussion? Will the secretary please call the roll?
Member Hanson,
Yes?
Member Campbell,
Yes.
Member Curran,
Yes.
Secretary Bull,
Yes.
Vice President Gugis.
Yes.
I would like to just make mention that in the consolidated action report that was just approved, there was a recommendation there for the hiring of the core content administrator for literacy at Romeoville High School, and that is Kristen Ago. Kristen, if you could stand, please. We'd like to welcome her as an administrator to the Valley View School District. My next action report is 12.2. This is for the administrative job description of core content administrator. It was brought for your review as an information report at the last board meeting, and we're seeking your approval on it this evening.
May I have a motion? May I have a second to approve the item?
Second?
Any discussion? Secretary, will you please call the roll?
Member Hanson,
Yes?
Member Campbell,
Yes.
Member Curran,
Yes.
Secretary Bull,
Yes.
Vice President Gugis.
Yes. Item 12.3, the AFSCME contract ratification.
Yes, this evening we are seeking your seeking your approval for the proposed changes in the contractual agreement between the Board of Ed of Valley View Community Unit School District 365U and the Local 3057 American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees. These changes will be incorporated into the contract dated July 1st, 2012 through June 30th, 2015.
So moved.
I have a motion. Can I have a second? Need a second. I will second it. Is there any discussion? Discussion, I would say, is I just want to thank the bus drivers and their leadership team for working with us. It was really a joint effort to do the right thing for our school district, and we're so pleased that our busing is still in-house with our local folks, and I think that it just worked out really well. I think a lot of times in tight financial times, folks think that these kind of negotiations will won't lead to something positive, and it really did in this case lead to something really positive, and I really want to thank their leadership team. They really sat down with us, sat down with Assistant Superintendent Grazafi, and we found a way to make this work. So our bus drivers as a whole, and Valley View continues to be one of the largest districts to have busing in-house, which we're glad it's there. Will the Secretary please call the roll?
Member Hanson,
Yes?
Member Campbell,
Yes.
Member Curran,
Yes.
Secretary Bull,
Yes.
Vice President Gugis.
Yes. Superintendent information reports? Do you have any? No.
No reports.
Legal services?
No report this evening, thank you.
Association and Federation reports. Are there any reports from the AFT?
No report.
Valley View Council?
No report.
Valley View office personnel?
No report.
Okay. Is there any old business? Is there any new business? Seeing none. Questions from the public. Stakeholder, individuals, or groups may ask any questions they wish about actions taken by the board at this meeting. Seeing none. Are there any announcements by the board?
I have an announcement.
Excellent.
As the Board of Directors for the National Black Caucus, the Central Region, that's a new appointed position that I got back at the school board. Some of you guys like you can't hear me. I attended a board retreat in Arlington, Virginia, where the National School Board Association, so it was paid by the national, our district did not pay for it. But some of the things that we talked about as far as educating African Americans, we talked about the executive order that President Obama signed on July 26, 2012 to improve the educational outcome for African Americans. And they are looking for individuals to sit on this commission after you go through some rigid screening and giving up your income tax and things like that. But I would think that even if a person didn't want to go and do all that, that they would have questions or comments that they can assist with. And so if anybody is interested in doing that, they can go to the www.whitehouse.gov and pull up the initiative executive order for African Americans, and you can give your input. So I'm hoping that some of you would do that.
Any other announcements by the administration?
None.
Any announcements by the public? This may be one of the shortest all-time meetings. I'm sure it has nothing to do with President Quigley's absence. I'm going to pay for that. Motion to adjourn. May I have a motion and second to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. This meeting is adjourned.